Welcome to Mikab Model College online tutorial. We hope at the end of this lesson, you will have acquired the expected learning outcome. Sit down and listen attentively as we introduce your subject teacher.
Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. I am Miss Subtraction, and today we will continue with our topic on number bases. Today we will concentrate on the addition and subtraction of numbers in different bases. Now in our last class we looked at how we can possibly convert numbers in base 10 to other bases and from other bases back to base 10. Now today, on the addition and subtraction of numbers in bases, we will have to be conscious of the base with which we are working. So that if I'm working in base 5, or I'm giving values in base 8, I should be conscious of the fact that this is a base 8 number or this is a base 5 number, then I should work in base 8. And also, we are going to be using base 10 as a model. We are used to working with base 10. So the same way you add and subtract numbers in base 10, that is the same method you're going to apply when adding or subtracting in any base at all you're given. So we're going to be looking at the following examples. Solve the following addition in the given bases. We have 242 base 5 plus 344 base 5. 242 base 5 to be added to 344 base 5. Now 242 base 5 plus 344 base 5. So 2 plus 4. Looking at our first column, that is 2 and 4. We said it that the way we used to add in base 10. So 2 plus 4 here, which is in the first column, we have 2 plus 4, and that will give us 6, the normal base 10 addition we have. Now we're not going to leave it this way because this is not the base with which we're working. This is 6 in base 10. Now how do we find the value of 6 in the base we are working, that is base 5? Now we ask, how many 5s can we find in 6? Or better still, how many groups of 5 can we find in 6? So we get that by simply dividing 6 by 5. And we know 5 can divide 6 and we'll have 1. Then it's not just 1, but there will be a remainder of 1. So writing the numbers of time 5 goes into 6 with its remainder, we'll have 1, 1. So that has given us this 6 base 10 in 5. And like our normal addition, we are not just going to write this 1 here as our answer. We will write 1 and we will carry the second one. Now to the second column, we have 4 plus 4, and 4 plus 4 in base 10 will give us 8. Fine. Plus the one we carried, remember we carried 1, the first column, we will be adding it to this 8, and that will equal 9 in base 10. Now how many groups of 5 can we find in 9? How many 5s can we find in 9? You will agree with me that when you divide 9 by 5 you will have 1. That means we can find 1 5 in 9. Then there will be a remainder of 4. So that will equal 1 4 base 5. So we will write the 4. That's what we have there. We will still carry another one. Now to the last column, we have 2 plus 3. And 2 plus 3 will equal 5, plus the one we have here that we carried. So that will give us 6 in base 10. And 6 in base 10 converted to base 5 will give us 1, 1. Because the numbers of 5s we can find in 6 is 1, remainder 1, and that will be 1, 1 in base 5. So this time around, since we don't have an next column, just as in our base 10 addition, we will write the whole 1 1. So the addition of 242 base 5 plus 344 base 5 will give us 1141 base 5. Right, so we are looking at another example. We have to add 6AB base 12 plus 253 base 12. 6AB base 12 plus 253 base 12. Remember, our A equals 10 and B equals 11. So we have 6AB base 12 plus 253 base 12. Now, the first column, like our addition, when we have B plus 3, remember we said A in our previous class equals 10 and B equals 11. So this first column here, adding B plus 3, we'll have B plus 3, remember B is 11, that's a way of saying 11 plus 3, and we'll have 14 in base 10. Now converting this 14 base 10 to base 12, we'll find the numbers of 12s we can find in 14. So we can find 112 in 14, that means 12 will divide 14 once, and we'll have a remainder of 2. So 1 remainder, 2 written together will give us 14 base 10 in base 12. So we have 1, 2 base 12. And also I am not going to put down the whole 1, 2 just as our base 10 addition. I'm going to write 2 and I will carry 1. So that's why we're having that first 2 there. I'll write 2 and carry 1. Now secondly, we have A, that is the second column. We have A plus 5. A is 10, then we are adding it to 5. So A plus 5 is a way of having 10 plus 5, which will give us 15, plus the one we carried earlier from the first column, added to 15, it will equal 16. 16 in base 10. Now converting that 16 in base 10 to base 12, I divide by 12. And the numbers of 12s I can find in 60 is 1. So 1 remainder 4, I will have 1 4 in base 12. So I am going to write 4 and carry 1. That's why we have 4 there. Then the last column, 6 plus 2. 6 plus 2 will equal 8, plus the one we carried, it will give us 9 base 12. Now you ask me a question. Why are we having 9 base 12 straight? Why are we not going to divide this 9 by 12 so that we have it in its base 12 number? Well, in a case like this, when you have a digit or a number in base 10 that is less than the base with which you're working, it is going to be the same way. The same way it is in base 10, that is what it will be when it converts back to base 12. So because this 9 is not up to 12, we are not going to be dividing by 12. So 9 base 10 equals 9 base 12. Like in the previous cases, here we have 14. Because 14 is more than the base operating, we have to reduce it. That's why we are finding the numbers of 12s we can find in 14. Now, because 9 is not up to 12, we will not have to divide. So 6 plus 2 equals 8, plus the one carried is 9, 9 base 12. So that's what we have there. Now we will move to the subtraction, how we subtract in bases. Now this is a base 8 number. 217 base 8 to be subtracted from 405 base 8. 217 base 8 from 405 base 8. Okay, so here we have the first column. If you look very carefully, you used to have this kind of situations when you are subtracting in base 10. So we have 5 minus 7. Now it is going to be very difficult to subtract 7 from 5, except we want to be having negative numbers. But we will not have negative numbers because we have other digits here to borrow from. And mind you, like in base 10 numbers, whenever you are borrowing, every one you borrow equals 10. Every one you borrow equals 10 because you're operating the base 10 number. Now in this case, if I am to borrow from the next digits, every one I borrow will be 8 because I'm working in base 8. So looking at the next digit, I have 0. Well, there will be nothing there to borrow, so I have to move to 4. So if I'm borrowing 1 from 4 to this 0, I'll have 8 there because I'm working in base 8. It's not going to be 10. If it's in base 10, if I borrow 1 there, I'll have 10. But because this is base 8, that's why we said you should be conscious of the base you're working with. So when I borrow 1 from 4 and we add it to this 0, I'm going to have 8. Okay? Then from this 8 I have here presently, this 5 can now borrow from this 8. So if I am still borrowing 1 from 8 to this 5, well, I'm going to have 8 plus 5 here. So I will have 8 plus 5, that's why in the first column we said we are having 8 plus 5 equals 13. So once we have that 13, we can subtract 7 from 8. So 13 minus 7 will give us 6 in base 8. We are not dividing by 8 because 6 is not up to 8. Okay? So now, looking at the next column, remember we borrowed. Here we had 8 earlier, and from this 8, 1 was borrowed by 5. So here we have 7 left. So I'm going to have 7 minus 1. And 7 minus 1 will simply be 6 in base 8. No need for division because it's not up to 8. Now, well, because we've borrowed and borrowed, we have 3 left here. So 2 minus this 3, which is left here. 2 minus 3, I'll have 1 straight. So 3 minus 2 will give me 1 in base 8. So 405 minus 217 in base 8 will give us 166 in base 8. So this will be the end of this class. In our next class, we'll be looking at how we can multiply in different bases.
Thank you for taking your time to watch this presentation. We hope you have made some new discoveries. Please, take time to watch other related videos from Mikab Model College on this platform. You can also study the transcript of this very lecture by clicking the link below. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like the video. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please go ahead and do so. Feel free to share our videos to your friends and ask them to subscribe to our channel. Wishing you success in your career. Bye for now.